Welcome back, traders. In this video, I'm going to be discussing about ICT Breaker Block. And a lot of creators have created a lot of videos explaining ICT Breaker Block, but this video right now is absolutely different from what other people are saying. And then I'm going to be showing you guys the origin of ICT Breaker Block and the when to use it and also when not to use it. And after you watching this full video, I dare you to go out there to look for other videos and then watch and then see if what I'm about to teach you right now is the same with what they have taught you guys. You understand? This is absolutely different, and then I'm going to tell you when to use it and also when not to use it so you can have the full understanding of ICT Breaker Block. It's very, very simple once you understand it. So let's just get into the shot right now. So okay, for people that doesn't understand ICT Breaker Block, so let me draw a simple pattern just like to explain that. For example, let's say price is going on a bullish trade right now, and the price came all the way down, push up, and the price come all the way down, and the price push up again. Let's say price end up breaking this particular low, and the price return back to an area like this, okay, and then start coming all the way down. So this is what is called ICT Breaker Block. Can you see? There's an order block right there, ICT Breaker order block, and the price return back inside the order block and they use to come all the way down. So many traders doesn't understand how this thing actually work, and that the reason why price is returning back to these particular areas to mitigate those particular order block and they start coming all the way down. So I'm going to be teaching you guys every single thing you need to know about this particular ICT Breaker Block. So let's just go into my chart right now. Actually, the reason why I decided to create this particular video. You can see this order block right here. Okay, so before it plays out, I took a screenshot about this particular order block on Sunday. You can see the picture right here. There's the picture. So let me just increase it. Okay. So there's the picture I took on Sunday. Let me try to zoom it. Sorry. You can see the dates. Can you see? August 24, 2025, 16:11. That is 4 p.m. 11. I take this particular screenshot on Sunday. On 24 is on Sunday. And then can you see the order block right here? For price opens on Monday. So I think this screenshot on Sunday. And then you can see the ICT order block I mark out right here. And then I'm expecting price to return back inside this particular ICT order block and they give 100% movement. And then you can see this when I took the screenshots. So this is not impacted. You can see this is not impacted right now because a lot of crazy things are really happening in the industry right now. Some people will go to their charts and they do something like a back test and they end up posting it as if they really analyze the market. They do not analyze the market. So that's the reason why I have to show you guys the time I took this particular screenshot so that you guys can see it and they understand that I really took this particular screenshot before it end up playing out. And that this is the trade right here. Can you see? Price end up tapping into the ICT Breaker Block. And the price end up giving what's 100% movement and they end up giving like 100% movements, end up going up. So the question right now is just like, how did I know that price going to respect this particular ICT Breaker Block? So it's very, very simple. I know a lot of people doesn't understand this, but I'm going to be showing you guys in a new dimension right now. So what you have to understand first when you want to trade ICT Breaker order block is price delivering algorithm. Don't forget this. It's very, very simple. Don't forget it. So price delivering algorithm is just like a system of which three candles are merging into each other. I've created a lot of videos explaining price delivering algorithm, so you can go and watch it after this because I'm going to explain a little bit further in this particular video. So let me just go to a weekly time frame and then explain something to you guys. Okay, so this is actually the origin of ICT Breaker Block. So you have to understand this, guys. You have to understand this. It's very, very simple and they're very, very easy. All right, so let's say this is our candle one. Let me start from here. Let's say this is our candle one. This green candle here, so right here, this is our candle 1, and then this is our candle 2, and then this is our candle 3. Price delivering algorithm happens in between 3 candles. You understand? So let's say this is our candle 1. You can see this particular low of candle 3 has to come to the head of candle 1. So you can see the head of this particular candle 1, and then the eye, and then the low of candle 3 have to come in between each other to emerge into each other. So that is what it's called price delivering algorithm. So let's call this one our candle 1, and then this bullish candle, this long one as our candle 2, and then the next candle as our candle 3. Consider that the egg have to come back into each other, like they have to align together. Do you understand? So price have to deliver. There must not be gap. There must not be gap. Once you understand this, let me show you another one. Okay. let's say this is our candle 1, candle 2, and candle 3. It's actually calculated between 3 different candles. Can you see? Price out to emerge into each other, and then and so on and so on. So when you talk about ICT breaker, it's also price delivering algorithm. But in a lower time frame, you're going to be seeing it as what? ICT breaker block. It's very, very simple. So let me return back to the trade that happened this particular week, which is on Monday, which was yesterday. So let's go to like a 15 minutes time frame. All right. So on 15 minutes time frame right now, you can see this is the order block I make use of. But if you have to go to the original first time frame of this particular chart, you're going to see that price just came all the way down to deliver. Because every single price out to deliver, and then every single price out to emerge, there must not be gap. Every single time you see that we have a gap in the market, that is what is called fair value gap. Some traders trade fair value gap. I don't. I only trade order blocks. You understand? But I'm just talking about ICT breaker blocks so that you guys can really understand it and then know how it's really works in the market, and also where to use it and also where not to use it. So for example, this 15 minutes time frame, let's check 4-hour time frame. All right. So you can see this particular long bullish candle. Can you see this is a very big gap? This is a very big gap. All these movements right here, this is a very big gap. And then you have to like to the market has to close that particular gap. There must not be gap in the market. So most of the time, price is going to do that on higher time frame and then ignoring lower time frame. So not on 12-hour time frame. Okay, let's say daily time frame. Let's check daily time frame. So on daily time frame right now, if you have to check the market, let's say the market started from this particular area before Monday. Price end up getting what? All the way bullish. Price end up getting all the way up, and the price have to close this particular gap right here. Can you see this particular gap? Let me use a replay bar so that you guys can really understand this. Okay. So this is what actually happened on Friday. So markets end up closing right here on Friday, and then we have what? A very big gap right here. The market have to close. So we are expecting you what? A new day candle, which is a Monday candle, to come all the way down to close this particular gap. Because in forex trading, there must not be gap. So price have to close every single gap in the market. So right now we have what? A gap right here. And the where's the price coming all the way to? Price coming all the way down to come back to this particular high. To this particular high right here. So price is coming back to this particular area to close this particular gap right here. All this gap right here. So you already understand that price is still coming all the way down to close this particular gap. Then when you go down to lower time frame, also like let's say 1 hour time frame or 45 minutes time frame, you're going to say, okay, this is the order block that price is probably going to come and mitigate before you what on a bullish direction. And then you end up doing all this particular order block as what your ICT breaker block. This is actually the origin of ICT breaker block. It's very simple. You just have to understand what price delivering algorithm. Once you understand that, and then on higher time frame, where there's a gap and price out to close that particular gap, then price out to make use of what? ICT breaker block. That is only where you use ICT breaker block. So right here, you can see this is actually the order block right here. And then price is going to return back inside this particular order block. It's not actually called order block. For me, if I have to name these, I can't call it order block. Just like price delivering algorithm, and the price return back to that particular area to close the gap on higher time frame. I'm going to show you some examples. I'm not only doing this right now. I'm going to show you a lot of examples. So let me just play out the market, and then you can see that price came all the way down and then tap into this particular order block right here. Okay. Price tap into this particular order block, and then immediately price end up give what on a bullish direction to give what 100% movement. So this is what example 1. So let me show you guys another example on weekly time frame. All right. So let me start from the origin. Then we share what's actually going on lower time frame. So this weekly time frame right now, let me show you guys one example. So right here we have what a very big gap right here. Can you see? We have a gap right here from this particular low to this particular high. Can you see? Sorry, from this high to this particular low. So we have a gap right here. The price has to come back and they fill that particular gap. And then before this particular gap, we have what an order block above it. Here you see this particular head right here. So this is where actually ICT breaker blocks start from. So this is what price delivering algorithm. Price gets to come all the way back inside this particular order block. And then if you go to like lower time frame, let's say 4-hour time frame, you're going to see it as what an order block. But price came all the way down to close gap. You understand? Price came all the way down to close gap. Okay, this is the order block right here. Can you see? This particular order block, and the price came all the way down just like to tap into the order block and then start going what's on a bullish direction. So this is where ICT breaker blocks start from. So you have to first understand if price has ended up delivering on higher time frame. If price is here to deliver on higher time frame, then you can make use of what ICT breaker block. But if price has ended up delivering on higher time frame, there's not any point of you making use of ICT breaker block because you end up losing that particular trade. So let me show you guys one more example right here. Okay, it's a very short trade, not actually like a short trade if you really understand what you're doing in the market. All right, so right here we have what a very big gap right here on 4-hour time frame. Actually, the gap started from I think 6-hour time frame or something like that. So you have a very big gap right here. That price have to close. So price have to close this particular gap, and then from there you can find what a nearest order block that is opposite is. The price can easily use to mitigate and then use to come all the way down. So you have to find what a nearest order block that is opposite is. The price can mitigate and then use it to come all the way down, which is called ICT breaker block. So it's very easy and very simple. You just have to understand when price is scared to deliver price. You understand that is price delivering algorithm. And then from here right now, you can just go down to like a lower time frame. This is what the nearest opposite order block right here. Can you see? The price can return back inside and then go down to lower time frame. You're able to see what a perfect entry. A perfect where's the place? A perfect entry right here. Then you make it of what the order block. Can you see? There's a gap right here. The gap is still very big. Just imagine you make use of this particular item. Oh, so sorry. This is the order block right here. I'm sorry. This is the order block right here. And then this is where you expect the price to return back to. Yeah. This is the last order block right here. And then this is where you expect the price to return back to. This is not what. So this is actually correct. So this is what ICT breaker block. You understand? So most of the time, if price tap into ICT breaker block, you have to wait for confirmation before you sell the trade. So that just for that. So this is what ICT breaker block. Most of the time, it's happen almost every single time on chart. You just have to understand when price deliver algorithm and then when price is yet to deliver algorithm on higher time frame. So when you're able to see a place in the market that we have what a very big gap, that price is here to deliver, then you know that okay, price is going to return back to this particular area. Then from there you find what a nearest ICT breaker block, and then you're going to make use of what that particular nearest ICT breaker block. So that is the best way to find what ICT breaker block, and then that is the best way to use ICT breaker block in the market. It's very simple and they're very easy. You just have to understand it. All right. So right here also you can see this is what we have, a very big gap right here. This is a very big gap. Actually, this is not the first time frame. If I check 8-hour time frame, I'll show you guys. All right. So you have what a gap right here. You have a gap right here, and then this is where you expect the price to return back to. I think I've explained this. All right, and then this particular area we have a gap right here, and the price return back to this particular area. So anywhere we have what a gap in the market, price is going to return back to that particular area to mitigate the order block in that particular area. For example, right here also, can you see? The first thing for you to do is just like to identify the gap. This is the gap right here. Can you see this is the gap that we expect the price to return back to? And then the nearest order block that we can see in this particular area is this one. Can you see? Price is going to return back to this particular nearest what? Opposite order block. The price is going to close all the market trades. So this is the best way to identify ICT breaker block. It's very simple and then very easy. Just like the same way I'm able to identify this particular one right here. Alright. So you can go and watch other people's video and they see if what they are teaching is absolutely the same with what I've just taught you right now. No one is talking about this. No one is talking about it. That is the reason why I'm creating video and then explaining ICT breaker block using price delivering algorithm. So right here also you can see ICT breaker block. This is ICT breaker block right here. And the price return back to it. Then don't forget the reason why price return back to this particular area. So you should understand that on higher time frame there's what a gap right here. We will check. Let's check on daily time frame for example. Alright, so on daily time frame right now, can you see we have what a gap right here. Let me show you guys on 12-hour time frame so that you can see clearly. Can you see we have what a gap right here? And then the nearest order block, this is actually not what I'm expecting or looking for. Alright, So there's actually a very big block right here on 1D. I'm just trying to like to share on lower time frame so that you can just like reduce the other block. This is the other block right here. Then these are the gap from this particular low to this particular high is what a gap, and the price have to close that particular gap, then mitigate to the nearest opposite other block, and the price going to use it to come all the way down. So it's very simple and they're very easy. So this is the best way I think it's easy for you to understand and then to make use of what ICT breaker block is actually connected to what a price delivering algorithm, and then once price has delivered, there's not any point of price going beyond that particular order block. Price going to like to respect the order block and then use it to come all the way down. It's very simple. So before you use it, understand price delivering algorithm, understand where price is going to in the market, and then when price has ended up closing those particular gap, and then you can mix of what the ICT breaker block just like to enter into the trade. And then don't forget, always wait for confirmation before you enter into the trade. If you don't understand how to wait for confirmation, comment in this particular video right now that I should create a video on how to wait for confirmation before entering into the trade, and then I'll do that for you guys. But if you guys understand how to wait for confirmation, so there's no any need for me creating a video like that. And also, if you're watching this video for the first time, please subscribe right now. I really appreciate that. See you in my next video.